Guess not. So X, what's going on with this Killer Mike album?
Hold on. It is, to me, the best hip hop album ever recorded by a 40 plus hip hop artist.
Hmm? Even Jay?
I know I can't.
Yo, what the hell?
Even
Yo,
Jay?
I'm just telling you. I'm telling you how I feel.
I don't
Beat
know,
wise,
bro.
order, content,
There's so many albums
cohesiveness.
that people, but there's so many rapper albums over 40 though. Rappers that did albums over 40. It's a lot.
I didn't say it won't so many rappers that do it. I just said it ain't nothing better. I know it's some. I just don't think it's nothing better. Who y'all think got one better?
No, what I'm saying is it's a ton before. Like that's why I don't like to do me. I'm just speaking for me. Like when I first hear an album, I gotta like let it marinate before I start talking like that. But to each his own. Like for me, it's a lot of rappers like Nas, Jay that got mad projects that they did when they was over 40. So I don't know if I can say that without looking at that. That's just me though.
I got you, and I listened to all of them. And I'm just thinking about how I turn those albums on and certain songs I skip compared to me not skipping on this. I think because you got to understand, I'm a 45-year-old man that's tired of hearing I fucked your bitch, I'm shooting up, I'm spinning the block. So the message alone, I'm sold off that. And the fact that he's rapping his ass off and the beats are fire and the features are fire, I'm sold. I know, like, I love 444. I love 444, but it's still something. I love 444 because I'm a Jay fan. But if I'm going to be honest with myself, there's still some things lacking on that project. I love everything Nas has done in the last 3 or 4 projects. But if I'm going to be honest with myself, even though I'm a Nas fan, there are some things that are lacking. Killer Mike took his time with this, and you can hear it.
I'll have to check it out, man. See for myself.
Yeah, please. I want to. I'm speaking very highly of it because I think it's going to win a Grammy. I really do.
Like that?
Yes.
All right. So what's?
Please.
Yeah, the album is sick, man.
I ain't said it's not. I just.
The topics he's touching on, the beat selections, even down to his features, man. Like, it's really, really a solid album for sure.
So
I definitely agree with it.
Let me ask you this, X. Being that you heard the album, what you think he's running with as far as his headline song? What he dropping as a single? Or what you think should be the single? We don't know what he might do, but what out of what you heard, how many single potentials, matter of fact, do you think is up there? Because that's going to determine how much respect and burn he gets. Because real hip hop fans might love it, but what it does in the culture might not be there.
I don't know about the respect, and I don't know about the burn. I don't think nobody 19 gonna want to hear it. I'm just being honest. I don't think it's gonna resonate in that way. But far as a piece of art being an incredible piece of art that people 35 and up gonna resonate with, it's a breath of fresh air. I don't know if I can tell you if it is a single. Like in like something that's gonna play in a club it's not that to me. It's in your car riding around and you let it play all the way through. It's a reasonable doubt. It's it's one of them. And if you think about it, as much as think about it, Jay might have had a single or 2 off of out. Nas may have had a single or 2 off of his first album. It's not single heavy to me, at least.
That's respect. So let me ask you this. That brings up another question. Besides Jay-Z, what 40-year-old plus have any of you heard an album from that you think is solid or even better than their previous work?
Shit, that's a great question. I'm gonna say nobody.
No, Nas is one of them. Nas, definitely. Some of his work of today is better than his old shit from when he was young. To me, Nas' career went to another level. Like, he won a Grammy, never won a Grammy. Like, I feel like Nas' second part of his career is damn near better than his first part, honestly speaking.
Maybe I'm thinking the question wrong, because I'm looking at I'm comparing everything to Nas' first album, and I feel like he doesn't have an album better than Illmatic or Stillmatic. So that's how I'm looking at it. So I'm still gonna say his earlier career, the music was better. Not saying that it fell completely off in the second half, but his masterpieces are all before 30.
Yeah, I understand that, but the thing about it is, like, King's Disease 3 for me personally is better than Stillmatic. That's just my opinion. But as far as, I get what you're saying, but when you look at what he's done, it's like his impact on the culture is heavier back then. But when you talk about accolades and things he's achieved, I feel like he achieved more as an OG. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the shit he's doing business wise, his restaurants, the shit he's doing on the tech game, on top of winning a Grammy. He fought for hell to win a Grammy. The only thing he won back then was a Source Award, which is not saying that's not don't mean nothing, but he didn't really win shit ever. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I think that's a big deal. And on top of that, a lot of his fans complained about beat selection. But this for all his projects with Hit Boy I don't have no complaints on nothing he picked on beats. So it's just like a lot to me. He transformed into something different. Me personally, he listened to his fans and did something totally different.
Bro, you sound like a man that really knows your music. I am extremely interested in your take on Killer Mike. So please reach back out to me.
I'm gonna listen to Killer Mike tonight, man. I'm off today, so I'm gonna tap in because I love Killer Mike. I like his interviews better than his music because he always dropping game. But I know he knows how to turn his interviews into music because his knowledge is on another level. So I'm going to tap into him, man, because he's smart as shit. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely listen to him though, for sure. I like Killer Mike way before now. Like, I've been liking him. So yeah, I'm gonna tap into him for sure.
Gotcha.
Nobody gonna say go Scarface?
Oh yeah, that's another one.
Shit, hell yeah, Faith. One of my favorite Faith album. Well, one is Emeritus. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Hell nah.
The album's called Emeritus.
I don't know. I know the album, the last album that I really liked by Scarface was Deeply Rooted. I felt like it should have got at least a Grammy nomination. Me personally, that shit was crazy to me. He had a feature with Nas and Rick Ross that was retarded.
Yeah, Deeply Rooted was. I think that's right after Emeritus. Both of those are crazy. Faith is dope. But it's
definitely
a lot of our artists who, and there's only a few of them. It's sad to say, but a lot of our artists who made those classics early in their career have not been able to recreate that. And I don't know if it's fair to ask them to be honest.
But let me ask you this.
I don't think it's fair to ask them.
I think my favorite Faith album is The Diary, yo.
What about The Diary?
I said that's my favorite Faith album.
Oh yeah, that's up there. But he made that before he turned 40, though. We was talking about what he did after his 40s. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
Let me piggyback off what you said, X. Let me ask you this: Is it more so of them not evolving, or the culture changing too fast, or they just don't have?
No, it's the culture. It's the culture changing, bro. It's the culture changing. It ain't them evolving. You got
it. I think it depends on the fan too. For me, like, everybody knows, I'm a huge Rick Ross fan. I love Rick Ross' beat selection, but he makes me mad because I feel like he's a lot smarter than he puts on, and he won't put it into his bars. He dumbs down, and it makes me mad. Where on the flip side, Hove shows his growth in his bars, but I feel like he's lost a little step lyrically to sound smart. I mean, am I asking too much when I want both from an artist?
I mean, I think that's just called being a fan.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's all that is. DJ, your phone a little low. I can't quite hear you, bro.
Lets me know that these artists like him is trying to help these young guys. And I just feel like that's what we really need, honestly. I mean, the OGs can still put out music, but I feel like these OGs need to kind of like get in these young artists' ears and let them make the right choices, because the music game is a dirty game. did Busta Rhymes talk the way he did. The beauty was, but someone like him, we need more. We need more of that. So I'll appreciate that.
I think you said something that's big too, as far as the OGs. That was something that we touched on in previous episodes. Whereas some of these younger artists, they're not looking for the OG, or the OG isn't looking for them in a sense. But then some of the other ones, they take it and they blossom, and they take what they supposed to from it. But I think that's where we start to see some of these other, like some of the music that some of us don't listen to, some of us still do. But some of them are starting to, like Lil Durk, he's starting to come around and take that mentorship. But for a second, it was pretty much, if you wasn't on his time, he wasn't listening. So that was for a hot second. Other artists do the similar thing. So I think that's big for as artists to have an open mind, and that allow our older artists to also be able to evolve and be able to still stay relevant. Even though it's not really on them, the culture is just changing at a fascinating pace. But at the same time, what do you do? Any thoughts on that before we wrap that topic up?
Yeah, I'll say a lot of the OGs, they don't get the respect. They don't, the young ones don't listen, because you gotta think. I think Busta said it, and another artist said it. You gotta think, man. A lot of these young dudes are making a lot of money, way more than some of the OGs. So when the OGs trying to get them in the game, they're looking at them like, "But you looking bad right now. And what can you tell me? You can tell me, yeah, I need to switch up what I'm talking about, but what I'm talking about is making me the money." Then you got some OGs that want to still run in that same race. I think when you look at what race are you running, what you said, X, if you want to hear some more educated type of like conversation coming out of an artist, but dumb down a little bit, but don't lose the bars. What race are you playing? Because if you're like Ross, he's probably playing a young man game. He's running in that lane. So he's not thinking about, I got to keep some knowledge, say Jay, because Jay's in that lane. I'll let him have that. I'll stay over here with the young crowd because I want to make this young crowd money. So it's like who you appealing to. I don't expect a 19-year-old to listen to a Killer Mike record because he wasn't talking to them. So it's like when you walk in a room with the OGs are talking. The young ones got to go over there and have a conversation. You can't. It doesn't appeal to you in here, and that's okay. As you gotta think, this is 50 years of hip hop this year, right? So a lot of the younger artists back when we were coming up are all the OGs now. You know what I'm saying? So we got understand they are making music for the ones that we can relate to back in the 90s or early 2000s. If you're over 40 and you're making music, you're not making music for the 19-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not making music for the 20-year-olds. If they hop on it, that's cool. But I still know there's a fan base for the music I'm making now because they relate and see me grow, and I'm with that.
Prince, that's an interesting point because that's a new space that hip hop is in that we possibly didn't have before. I don't know how old everybody up here is, but I'm 44 years old. I know the generation before me, once they, like my parents, once they turned to a certain age, it's like they could turn that rap button off and like, I'm going to put on a sweater and be grown. How the hell I'm going to do that? All I know is rap. I'm not going to not listen to rap, but I've been able to watch it grow and watch where it is it cut off to where I don't particularly, I respect what the young guys are doing, but it's not the music that I came up on, so it's not what I want to listen to.